Oops. Wrong universe. You didn't see anything here. That's just... What nice ship. Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and I have decided, because we don't have the overly aggressive assertives anymore, and because I have done it anyways to dig our hole here in the backyard, we could, instead of bringing drills everywhere, we could just dig a bit. Haven't done that in a long time, and I need some gold maybe and some silver, and I found some spots that we maybe can dig out some things. I'm having trouble with OBS. I hope that it doesn't affect this recording. The other PC has some trouble and I need to... Maybe the block drone will not be active today. Ugh, that's just... The vlog drone. I've made my heating element down here. It needs a bit more work, but I decided that I wanted to glow a bit furnacey, and I have these heat exchangers or whatever they are running. They bring a neat effect, and that just by the energy that the whole base is... They basically produce this light and show how much energy your base is, I think, using. And that's just without changing the settings. They are giving me a nice effect down there. So we have heating now. This needs to work, but again, I need gold for stuff here. Maybe I will go with some yield modules or some speed modules, and I think I need other materials for them. This looks like I'm not doing this for superconductors for years now. I am taking the truck out and we will move to one of the spots and dig out some gold, maybe by hand. Ooh, this is just awfully an awful... What is it? I've set up some wrong settings here, and now Space Engineers is giving me a hard time when it comes to the truck. Yes. For some weird reason, I'm pretty sure it has to do with the connector. The truck starts acting up as soon as I disconnect it, and then I have to do changes to it. So the last time I ground off some parts, and maybe we bring them back again. It's just the typical Space Engineer stuff. I don't know. There's so many... Why are you still doing that? Good. There's so much talk about the new update coming to Space Engineers. I saw, for example, Zero talking about stuff there, and the speculation is just on the point. We are now analyzing every photo and all the stuff that we have, and I have to admit that I'm waiting for the new update, but I'm not really willing to to analyze everything. There's cool new stuff coming, and I'm pretty sure that it will be the usual keen Space Engineers thing. I'm a bit burned out on the... Oh, that's maybe a bit steep. We will do it anyways. We can just hold it back with a gyro. I'm assuming again a bit of an update, the whole AI flight mechanics and all that stuff that might come to the update. And I'm pretty sure that there will be a new DLC with maybe some cool decorative blocks. So I think main update, yeah, these AI things, and then this whole one block I'm really interested in is this thing that we all suspect detects things, actions happening, and that's a thing, man, that will be a great thing to have, I'm pretty sure. Can't wait to see what it does in the end. Let us go and use the ore detector to see where we need to go. It's broadcasting over here, the antennas. I've turned my antennas off. Let's turn that back on. Do I have a drill? Let me grab a drill. This is just annoying. And there's the thing is that I kind of the last updates were a neat one. Were really neat updates, but I have the feeling we're getting too much into the hype of it, and in the end we have to admit that there is how to say, we could get burned. I hope that this update definitely doesn't burn us, because this whole AI thing is too neat to in the end have the feeling that it went bad. But we will see. I hope that it is coming in the next few weeks. Rabenschild and I are kind of, I'm really waiting for this, because having the ability to replace some of the scripts I'm using and doing some of the stuff I'm interested in doing anyways now with the regular game, that will be dang interesting. Okay, we will go and do some. So come on, dig down now. I haven't done this in so long, really just digging for my materials. Or I did it on the server and all that stuff, but here in this world I'm kind of out of it now. Let's hope that I can. Oh, that ore is deep. Can I walk up the whole thing? Nope. Maybe fix that later. Let me turn on the lights so you can see something. I've acquired another space game that I can be angry about when it comes to bugs and problems, and that is Star Citizen. I'm and it's just I have now all the two big games that kind of were announced at one point and where people were really hyped about, and I played them both, Elite Dangerous and yeah, Star Citizen now. And I have to admit that I really like the concept. But I have to say that for a game that is running this long, and I'm just, it's a thing that gold, nice. It's a thing that we really don't need to talk about because a lot of people did already. The whole fact that it kind of, for a game that is in development for this long, that it is kind of weird that it just takes is still a weirdly buggy mess. Where's the gold? Am I getting gold here? 32 units of gold. That's not a lot. Stone. This is all stone. I need to be very specific with what I'm picking up here. I have the feeling this is just... I hope this doesn't kill me. More stone. There's some ore in there. Is gold ore doing that? That it spawns a lot of stone with the ore? That would be crazy. If I do a drill ship or something like that, I definitely would have to go and put some stone dusters on there again. Oh, I want to bring something into the world that I built on the server. I don't know if you're watching my live streams. Not a lot of people do, but I built a ship in the live streams that is inspired by something I saw on the workshop. Or not on the workshop, I watched a video about how to design things. And there was a ship in the video that was done by Viper. I didn't know that at that point. It was used as B footage for the video, and I wanted to have something similar, and I built that, and I definitely want to bring that into the world, maybe as a replacement for my dropship. But I think we need to build it in space, or we need to build it here on the surface, but we need more materials for it. Anyways, and then we can maybe give it the mod treatment, because I made it largely vanilla when it comes to thrusters and all that stuff, except for some of the containers and the power production. It is very much vanilla, and I kind of want to give it the world treatment and then maybe overpower it a bit with some extra thrusters that maybe are a bit crazier than what vanilla can do. So, gold. How full are we? Okay, we are pretty much full. Let's deliver some gold, and we go a few meters away and dig for silver too, because that is what we can do. By the way, I moved the connector back to... Oh, I have some parts in here. What can I do with that? let me think about this. We could put a stone duster on here and just chuck everything in. Or we build a small drill or something like that. I'm not sure. Could we? I don't think that we have the parts to maybe connect something to the front of this thing. I think we need a lot more parts for that. Because that would be interesting. Could we do that? How much is the fish? So if we go and do conveyors, small grid, we just need small conveyors. Get rid of this and a drill. We go with, we could go, no, we go with a standard one. So if we put that, for example, on something, so we can't put it here, so we would have to connect it to something. Now the question is, if we do conveyors, how expensive are they? No. I'm reading the wrong numbers, so everything one interior plate. So if we go this, now we run into the problem here that we need to curve, straight. If I can weld this up here and if I have enough parts, we maybe can try to drill away into the question is, do I really go and I could go and do the... Oh, I can't talk. I'm going to put it there even if I can't see anything anymore. Let us see. So if we put this here, now the question is, do I have enough parts to weld all this up? And am I in? No. Oh, okay. Oh, I used the wrong. I will keep it that way and repair it later. So now, do I have computers? Do I have construction components? I have computers. I have construction components. That would be amazing now. So let's grab more construction components and we just try something. Now, can I also have a stone duster? G. Stone duster medium, stone duster large. Yeah, that's not nice. Duster ejector. Stone duster large. Why do I have... Okay, thank you. That's kind of not what I suspected, but let's have it that way. Good. G. Block tools. A drill. There is silver somewhere below here. And maybe if we... Is it below the ice? It is below the ice. Maybe if we drill... Okay. Okay, the big problem that I have is that I'm now always drilling down. So, can I now set it up so that we drill... How much is the... Let me look something up. So we go space engineers. Space engineers. Drill radius. 1.3. Is there clearing out stone? So use the primary hand, destroy the grid, right mouse button and clears ores, but there's no large ship station required. That's all old information. I need to figure this out. So I go up now. I will bring the drill up and then move it, because so Space Engineers has this thing where if we bring it high enough, we don't drill the hole bigger than it needs to be. So can we maybe... Okay. Straight line. Okay, if I'd go and bring in a hinge. G hinge. It could end up being far too heavy in the end, but let us experiment. Do we have parts for a hinge? We have parts for a hinge. So now, because then we can regulate the drill, can bring it higher up if we need, and bring it lower down if we need. Okay, we need to do some work anyways. 5. We go with a conveyor. Let me do the work here for a bit and test some things out, and then I will come back with my findings and tell you what I needed to do. The weather system is just awful, and now it gets me again. Recording in this soup is just... That's just not nice. No. So, I have, as you hopefully still can see, let me turn off some of the things here. As you hopefully can see, I have added a hinge. I have 3 drills now. And I have added control mechanics. So I can move this thing now. And I have hopefully moved it in a position where I don't drill underneath myself, but can at least drill. Let me smooth this out a bit. So if I bring that down just a teensy tiny bit, it's still, it still drills, but just very shallow. I have trouble getting the whole thing out of the hole. And if I can just make a shallower, a very gradual slope here, that would be nice. With this, I at least can control a bit better how crazy this all is. I think I can go down a bit more. This moves it just a teensy tiny bit. That should give me a bit of a better slope. Let me adjust that again. Bring up the... I've brought the friction up completely. The thing is that doing this in ice, not a good idea. That's just ice, wrong material to drill into and then drive a rover into it. Brought up the friction of the wheels completely. Now I hopefully can drill towards the silver and maybe get some of it. And I don't know, maybe I can drill some tunnels into the area. From a completely hating the fact that there is voxel destruction to going back to it immediately. But the thing is, again, it for me it is more about the drones making holes everywhere. Now that the drones don't attack like crazy anymore, I definitely can enjoy a bit of drilling again. And maybe maybe I don't. I just reduce the whole drilling to Triton or something like that. I'm pretty stoked about the whole process. I have some more drilling implements that I could also use. I have a small grid bucket wheel miner. Maybe that needs to be used. I don't know. Let me go and drill some more, and hopefully I can reach some silver here. Back in a sec. I completely messed up and I kind of got into the swing of just doing things and not really thinking about what I'm doing. So I moved back with the rover because I mined for a few hours yesterday and really didn't get anywhere, and that's a bit problematic. This thing works, but I think I would rather like to use it for something else than deep underground mining. So I came back to the base and started immediately to build this. This is just a bare bones mining ship. I removed one of the reactors off the mule and just put it in here so that I can run this thing. And I then mined with this thing. We will go to the mining location and I can show you what I mean by I did a lot of mining work that didn't lead to anything. And because everything didn't work out, again, this is, by the way, the next day. Because it didn't work out, I have absolutely no footage of anything. So yeah, I'm sorry for this. I should go be able to do this, and I can't. I still am just playing Space Engineers most of the time without really thinking about what I'm doing there. This, by the way, is really bare bones. I haven't done a lot to it. I have an ore detector on it, and I have light on it and atmo thrusters. So really nothing special. The only really powerful part is the reactor, and it doesn't even fly well. It doesn't stop as I like them to stop. So you can see 2 holes. This one is the one I drilled with this ship. The other one is the thing I started with the... I hope I didn't break anything. The other one is the thing I started with the rover, and we can... Do I have my lights on? Yes, we can take a look how this all went. I don't have my lights on. How this all went. And down here and around a curve, because I wanted to get to silver. And then I kind of ended up somewhere here. That didn't really work out, and this is then the borehole that I drilled, and I stopped somewhere here because it just yeah, the silver is somewhere here, and it took ages to really get to here. The rover mining might be fun, but that was painful. This thing is just, for the few parts that I mostly, except for the metal grids, could make out of just the stone that I have. And again, I grabbed a reactor from another ship. Everything worked out fine. It's just, it was too painful for me to just keep this up. I might want to have a solution for this at one point, but I really wanted to get to this, and a ship is just the solution there. I also dug into the area that I drilled out by hand. This part here, and got to the gold, and then mined a bit of that too. So on the base we have now a lot of things that we can use to, I don't know, maybe start the other ship that I want to still have. I want to take it with me, maybe as a replacement for the mule for now. Sometimes you need to, I don't know, it's just I wanted a different design language. It's just, I'm talking really out of my behind here. So I just added this connector and a few blocks to be able to just hook this thing up. If I had more fancy materials, I would have maybe gone with the azimuth atmo thrusters or something like that, but they need a lot of parts that I don't have. And so the next thing I need to find is cobalt, and that's a thing I will search for. I hope that it is available here. If I can get this, then I'm absolutely good. So let me set something up. I want to give you a bit of a picture of the thing I want to build. Maybe not everybody has seen it. Some might have. I will remove this plate here. Some might have. And I again, I'm not... I'm kind of recycling stuff, but I want to... again, I want to bring it into the world. I think it deserves to be here, and so we should think about putting it in here. Problem is, we might need more reactors, so I might have to go for some stuff. There is no... I think there's no iron thrusters on it, so I might not need platinum. But I need to take a look if I have the necessary other materials to be good with it. So, projector. Projector. It's good that I don't have... build and repair systems down here. On one hand, on the other hand, I don't like not having build and repair systems down here. Add small head. 6. Do I have the parts for this? I have the parts for this. I think I will turn it this way and then just grab some things. The ship that I've built there is a purely hydrogen driven ship that maybe with some with some improvements when it comes to thrusters or so, we might end up with... See, I could make superconductors. And we can take a short look at why I have made superconductors. Large steel tubes, that's what's missing. As always, the superconductors are for yield modules that I want to use on the refinery. I will use a combination of speed and yield modules. Yield modules don't cost any, as far as I know, and it was always that case, don't use up energy, but they at least meet better parts. And I've made the parts, and now I could weld this up because it needs superconductors. All the other stuff we have already added them here. We'll do that later. It's just a welding up job. The assembler will get speed modules. I have not taken a look if everything is alright with the batteries. So it could be that if I add speed modules, as far as I know, they use up. We have, with this thing attached, and I might have to disconnect that so that I don't use up the power of that thing. Maybe I will do that just to be fair. Let's go 5, and then we just land it somewhere, because this thing with a reactor that just produces 50 megawatts of power, that's maybe a bit unfair. So let's move this to somewhere over here, because we could also just connect the other ship that has even more power. So the ship that I plan to build is a ship made by Virus, I think. No, not Virus, Viper. I completely bonked there. It is my... He built a ship, I think it's called the... Oh, come on. Let's do something. Let's do something. Just for a second. So we have some blueprints. Here is, by the way, that's the crow that I've built. And he uses this one, the Whisperhawk, just to show that to you. Oh, I hope I didn't. Okay. Looks like this relatively big ship has a lot of edges and a nice, I think a really nice look, but this is basically a landing ship. It has an interior and I don't want to have a bay there, so I went with my own version. We will post that in and then I can start welding this up. It is, I wanted to have a button panel. I will do that in the meantime. This is not a process that I want to, I don't know, put too much onto video, because it's just a project for me that I kind of want to finish. So it is the projector, and I want to go with the Crow, and we go with the Crow 5 that has a jump drive that I will not weld up. And yeah, keep projection. Then we move it up. So this is my idea of the Whisperhawk. This is something that Bitfighter put on it so he could travel with me, but we, again, I'm so happy with it that I kind of definitely want to bring it over. It will get some changes. I want to, for example, add a connector somewhere here because it needs a top connector to be able to connect to, for example, the Empress or something like that. The bottom connector is not really needed. On the server, I want to have some parts here that can attach to the thing. This is mainly made as a transport ship for a rover that I've built, and I don't know if I really need this, but it has some nice things, like something that I found, that these neon tubes, they work as I can make small ship candy canes with them. And it's just again, it is hydrogen powered, and I will change some of the thrusters to have a bit more oomph behind them. And for one, I can work then year 2 and can maybe switch back and forth with the design, because there's some really empty areas on here, and here I can give it a shield and maybe can use it to attack some of the bases and see how it fares in that light. This is, again, this is a project for, I don't know, not the long term, but I'm not sure. It's just something I want to do, and I think I can realize it in this world. Good. Yeah, the back is now ready. I will add more modules here so that I can produce my parts faster, and I might, I'm not sure if I add a built-in repair system to the base. I could do that, but on the other hand, why not use the traditional methods? We will see how that works out in the end. Good. I might build a built-in repair system to in the end correct my mistakes or something like that. Good, but people, I think that's all for today. I've done so much work without really thinking about recording it. It was a weird thing that I enjoyed my time without recording, and I think I needed that. I don't know how to say that, but space engineers, again, I'm getting to a point where I'm not, kind of fed up with space engineers, but all the times when I just come in and then just work and do slow and don't have to think about, okay, I'm most of the time not thinking anyways what to do next and all that stuff, but it's just here I just then react, and I build here, I build there, and see what I need, and that is still something I really like about space engineers. Good people, I think, yeah, that's all for today. I hope you liked this episode, even if it was a bit but if you did, then please leave a like on the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.